Hi everyone, Lori Marie here, mixed media artist in Vallejo, California. Remember to subscribe if you haven't. I haven't mentioned that for a while. And also leave a comment if you have the chance. I would much appreciate it. We are playing in the altered book today, dragged out a lot of supplies. I'll tell you all about that. So things are happening. Life is fun and exciting. I got to speak with some Patreon members today. That is just thrilling. So, having a blast here. Thanks so much for joining me. See you on the table. Okay, so this is our project for today. I absolutely had a blast. This is one of my paintings, actually. She's so fun. So if you're a Patreon member, I will be sending you her face in your focal point packet for June. So that'll be fun. All right, it's a 2-page spread in our altered book. I used chalk and gesso and distress crayons and a little bit of spray ink and some doodle pen. And this is the Van Dyke Brown Hue with a credit card. The background is where the chalks are. That was very fun. I've never done that before, and that was very, very fun. So they were the chalk pastels with a little bit of watered down gesso, and I kind of dragged it through the page. So that made a really fun background. Some hinges. I know people are looking for those hinges right now, so I'll leave the link to that. Just a little paper clip that I had. Little window. This is a piece of plastic, probably from maybe a salad. You know how you can get your greens and there's the plastic. So I'm pretty sure that that's what that is. Acrylic paint, kitchen sink, you know, just the usual. Good morning, everyone. Let's play in our altered books today, shall we? I'm going to take 2 full pages out of the center of my signature, which is where the threads are. So I pulled some pages out of the center here. I have a sturdy page on this side with our drop down tag. So I have a sturdy page there, and I'm going to take 4 pages here and I'm going to glue them together on this side with my Mod Podge. Okay, I have 4 pages glued together on this side and my sturdy page on that side. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cover these 2 pages with some fun underpants. Well, just some, not fancy underpants, just some regular underpants. Now, most of you have done this process with me, but I'll go through it real quickly. So I put Mod Podge on my page, and then I just put some book text, some fun book text, old book text, whatever you have laying around, and then I just cover that page. All right, I have both pages filled with underpants. I am going to let this Mod Podge dry before we go forward. Okay, it has been a minute since I've had the chalk pastels out. So let's bring those out and see how we can play with them. I'm going to bring the purple in. I'm going to take a little bit of gesso on baby blue, put it on my nice clean workspace, add some water, thin that down some. Let's see if it will move this. Oh yeah. All right, we're going to do the purple on this side, up in this corner. And grab some more of that gesso and just blend that up. Let that dry. So that's dry. I'm going to bring in the lime green. And baby blue and watered down gesso. Let it dry. And then let's do something outrageous and bring some orange in. A little bit more gesso. Beautiful, isn't that fun? You never know. All right, we're gonna let that dry. So this compass was gifted to me quite a while ago. I can't remember who gifted this to me. And then this pencil is from Dana, of course. And I am gonna just go around here and draw some circles. You can draw circles however you want. I just thought I've never used this compass since it's been given to me. So I'm gonna draw some circles. Now I am bringing in my distress crayons. And my water brush. And just play with those. So the colors I used are crushed olive, which is this, this, and this. Peacock feathers, this, this, and this, and this. Carved pumpkin, this and this. And seedless preserves, this and this. All right, so I just put the colors down, and then what I do is I just move it to the edge. And then just start to fan it out. You can make the colors as intense as you want or as translucent as you want. And I'm just keeping them darker on one side. So I have them all painted. Now I'm going to let them dry. I'm going to go back in and just add a little bit more color to some of these. All right, I'm bringing in Dilution's Shimmer Spray, Camp So Teal. We'll see if it works. Sometimes they do, and oh yeah. Look at there, we got lucky. And we will let that dry. Now we're going to hold a pen, a black pen, in our non-dominant hand. We're going to go around those circles. Don't have too much control over that with my non-dominant hand, I must say. So I went over it with the pen with my non-dominant hand, and it's just not dark enough. So I'm bringing in a marker with my non-dominant hand. I'm going to go around those circles again. All right, I put some Van Dyke brown hue on my workspace. Bring in my card. Just have some fun with some markings on your piece. Oh, this is really, really fun. So it needs some white splatters. So I put some white acrylic on my workspace with some water and my toothbrush. We'll see if we can get some splatters. Very happy with that. All right, let's let it dry. Now this is a face that I actually drew, so I feel comfortable in using her. So I know I want a window in there about as big as she is. I have a piece of paper that's going to be a pretty good size for the window. We're going to go ahead and use that. And I'm not going to be too particular where it goes. She can decide. Just trace around that template. I put a cutting mat between the pages. And cut that window out. I'm going to cut her out completely. Okay, so I have her cut out with butterfly wings, of course. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to open that page up and I'm going to put Mod Podge down on here and then glue her down on here. What this is going to do is the Mod Podge is going to seal this page for me so that I can stabilo on it. Put her wings on her before I put her down. Not put her down like, well, you're so ugly, but put her down like on the artwork. Very good. I'm going to let her dry and then I'm going to stabilo around her. I want to stabilo around the window and I don't want it to get on her. So I just put a piece of paper in there to protect her. Now I have a piece of plastic. It's probably from, well, some kind of packing probably, or like a salad container or something like that. And I just cut that big enough to be a window. Any plastic will do. Set that aside. She should be dry now, so I can stabilo around her. So if you have ever stabiloed on raw paper versus one that's got some kind of a seal on it, you can really tell a big difference. That's when I put the Mod Podge down. There you go, gorgeous girl. Okay, now protecting that page, I'm going to put Mod Podge on this page. And then some tacky glue, a bead of tacky glue around the edge here. This will hold the plastic in place. Tacky glue around that plastic. Close that up. Got her all cleaned up. She's gorgeous in there. All right, I'm going to put the rice bag on her. So I put Stabilo around the door, and I'm just hitting the edges with some black soot. And a little bit on the back here. Just kind of grunge it up a little bit. That's going to go in here. I have some hinges. With tacky glue, I will glue those hinges down. I put a little handle on the door. The hinges are glued. They are not dry yet. I am going to put the rice bag on here, and then after it's all dry, we will revisit the project. Now that was fun. Okay, the light's getting funky here. The glue is dry, so I'm just coming in with the end of a paintbrush and picking up a little bit of turquoise paint. Kind of matches the other background, and I'm just putting it in the holes of those hinges. I think I'll take a little bit of Stabilo here. We're going to call that done. All right, your turn. Go create, go play, go have fun.